Hello and welcome to this second video about Titian's Danaë, the first of his poesy series that he sent to Philip II of Spain. So in this video we are going to look at just how Titian makes this painting really throb with eroticism, at least for 16th century audiences. Let's start with the obvious, Danaë herself. Gorgeous Danaë, these beautiful plump lips, these really clear eyes. So she might live underground, but she's clearly very, very healthy. And this marvellous braid in her hair. I sort of feel like she's always ready to be painted at any given moment. Her body, however, isn't completely idealised. She has a very long torso, that's for sure, but she also has this lovely little tummy, this sort of lovely little woman's tummy, and her arms are slightly fleshy. Look, her right arm is just slightly dimpled as it's resting on the pillow there. It's really tender. Her skin, though, on the other hand, is completely flawless. And it's not flawless in the way that it looks like marble, as can sometimes happen with 16th century nudes. It really does look as though Titian has covered these bare bones with living flesh, and it's lit. Its luminosity comes from this lovely light source from the left-hand side of the painting. So she looks living and breathing, but perfect. I would defy you to see also any brushstroke, brush mark on her flesh at all, which is lovely. But the reason that that's interesting is that in the rest of the painting, there are very much brushstrokes in evidence. Look at the pillow, for example, to the left-hand side of her head. Brushstrokes, you can see them. This little bit of material just at the back of her foot, again, brushstrokes. Even the maidservant is quite loosely painted in comparison with Danaë and the way that her flesh has been painted. And that, I think, is sort of the 16th century equivalent of Titian being a photographer and putting his subject in focus, where everything else is outside of that focus is sort of slightly, just a little bit hazy. So he's drawing attention to her body as if he needs to. The drapery, though, also plays quite an important role in this painting. Just look, she's covered, or he's popped just a little bit of material over this left leg that is sort of seductively opening for Zeus. So you may think, well, he's done that just to give Danaë just a modicum of dignity, perhaps. I don't think so. I think that actually this piece of material is actually quite provocative. Look, she also has a very similar bit of material in her right hand, bunched up in her right hand, which suggests that perhaps she's just pulled it from her body. So how did that feel when that material slid across her flesh? We all know, most of us know, just how lovely it is to have soft or silky material against naked flesh. So what I think Titian is doing here is actually appealing not just to our visual senses, but to our sense of touch as well. And that's quite powerful. Now, these pillows behind Danaë also play quite a role. They frame her beautifully, her upper torso and her head, but they also draw attention to this other bit of drapery, these reddy, pinky curtains just at the head of her bed here. Look at the way that Danaë is sort of half in and half out of these curtains. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to draw a parallel between the position of her body and the position of a bit of Zeus's body within Danaë. Perhaps, but I also think that, I've thought of it, and Philip II of Spain had plenty of time to look at this painting, so I do wonder whether that might have gone through his mind and titillated him, which is exactly what it was meant to do. Just finally, the colour scheme in this painting is quite sparse, but The whole painting, it seems to me, has been really suffused with this beautiful golden light, as though Zeus, as well as seducing Danaë, is also seducing us, the viewer. We're all in his thrall. So in the third of our videos about Danaë, we are going to be looking at the original composition, which involves a cardinal and a courtesan, and may just make you feel or think a little bit differently about our painting here. See you soon. Bye.